I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I think because of Zephyr Divine Attack and Tellarknights having Stellarnova Alpha playing three of each, that's just fucking stupid. I will attempt to explain. So Tellarknights, they have enough search and utility. This isn't saying much because Tellarknights do the same shit over and over and over again. And that is how the archetype was designed, I guess. And because you have the searching and the utility, you do not have to play a whole lot of monsters. And the Novas that they already play, they are backed up by something like Call the Haunted, Oasis, Soul Charge. Now, Divine Attack banishes a Zephyr face up in your extra deck. Those Zephyr monsters are Tellarknights, but not every Tellarknight is a Zephyr monster. I mean, you can use Nova on a Zephyr and it goes to the extra deck. You can't do vice versa with Divine Attack. Tellarknights already don't play a lot of monsters. So what exactly are you going to be taking out to play some Zephyr monsters? Let's just be honest here. Now at 2, those Tellarknight Zephyr monsters aren't really that good, especially if you're just trying to play them just to play Divine Attack. I don't doubt, nor will I be surprised if and when the Zephyr crap comes out, Divine Attack included, people will try this. I can understand surely by the number and then Infinity Barrier, that sounds really, really attractive to some people, but this is under the assumption that you're winning the game. You went first, you have everything. The Tellarknight that you have is a Zephyr, which is a pendulum. And then you get to use, when your opponent plays something, the Stellarnova Alpha, to send the pendulum to the extra deck, and then you get to use your Divine Attack. This is assuming that your opponent didn't just blind space one of these things. Having all counters and no action is not a good way to play the game. You're clogging your deck with, yes, the cards are powerful and all, but Nova at least draws you a card. You do not have the utility with Divine Attack as you have with Nova. I do not doubt that somebody is going to try some number of Divine Attacks, and then in turn they're going to try some number of Zephyr Tellarknight monsters, but I do not feel like playing 3 of each is smart. So what if you get the dream? Then what? If you have things to stop your opponent, but then you don't have any way to apply pressure or basically win the game, eventually your opponent can just top deck something where you have to draw something to counteract their top deck. But since you've been playing all your cards to negate their stuff and you haven't had anything proactive on your own, your opponent is in a much better spot than you are. Maybe that's too advanced. My point is, I don't agree with the whole 6 Infinity Barrier thing. Understand why people think it's a good idea, but I do not think it is a good idea. I think that you could probably get away with playing 1 Divine Attack along with the 3 Novas. Because maybe if you're playing like 1 or 2 Zephyrs, I mean, Deneb searches it, whatever. So, I'd like to thank you motherfuckers for watching. Appreciate that shit. As always, if you want to support me or some shit, all you gotta do is spend a few seconds and click an advertisement. Literally takes seconds, helps me pay rent to live in this motherfucker, and I'd be grateful and appreciative if you could find time to do that. I know sometimes people don't like saying that I'm right. I'm not even saying that I'm right, but I probably am. My ego is big enough as is. It makes very little difference if you admit it or not.